I read a tweet this morning that said something to the effect of, popularity has nothing to do with the quality of an anime. Now, there was something about how unqualified and absolute this statement was that didn't sit right with me, and others seemed to agree. However, this got me wondering, what is the relationship between popularity and quality? Now, there are two major positions on this issue. On the one hand, there are those who argue that popular anime must be high quality, or otherwise they wouldn't be popular at all. On the other hand, there are those, much like our original tweeter, who argue that the popularity of an anime has nothing to do with its quality. Although I believe that neither position is right, each reveals something true about the relation between popularity and quality, allowing us to develop a third, more adequate position. The reason there must be some relation between an anime's popularity and its quality is because for an anime to be popular, it must have some sort of universal appeal. Precisely what is universally appealing might not always be apparent, and it varies from show to show, but the very popularity of an anime is predicated on this fact. Consider for a moment the overwhelming success of Demon Slayer. With over 150 million copies in circulation, and having generated an estimated $2.6 billion in Japan alone, no one can deny that Demon Slayer must have some universal appeal. But what about Demon Slayer is so universally appealing? For one, it embodies a true and tried battle shonen formula that has proven successful year after year. I mean, look no farther than some of the other most successful anime in the past decade. Black Clover in 2017, My Hero Academia in 2016, Attack on Titan in 2013, Hunter x Hunter in 2011, all of these are battle shonen, and to some extent they share in the same rudimentary formula. But moreover, Demon Slayer has the added benefit of its exceptional animation, something common to a lot of other successful anime, such as Attack on Titan or Violet Evergarden. These two things, taken together, launched Demon Slayer into cultural dominance. Having said that, the skeptic might question how this universal appeal relates to quality. Indeed, for many, an anime that is merely propped up on the basis of a generic battle shonen formula and good animation would seem rather shallow. And there's good reason to question this relation. After all, the universal appeal of an anime is tantamount to a kind of intersubjective consensus, or in other words, the subjective agreement of a community. This does not necessarily reflect the quality of an anime, but rather reflects an audience taste, which is quite a different thing. So, what is the relation of quality to popularity? What I believe to be the right take is this. While popularity is not the sole criterion of quality, it is certainly a symptom of something that is. So saying popularity has nothing to do with quality is an overstatement. Yet it is also not the case that popularity exclusively determines quality. Whether you personally like Demon Slayer or not, its overwhelming success is a symptom of something universally appealing, which, if my analysis is correct, reveals some semblance of quality. While you may not value those universal qualities as good, and to be clear, I'm not trying to argue that the consensus of a community determines what is necessarily good, the fact remains that there is no sound case for asserting that quality has no relation to popularity. Similarly, we can't simply say popularity is all that determines an anime's quality. After all, evaluation is the product of a viewer running a series through an almost inexhaustible series of unique criteria, both consciously and unconsciously. The result of such a process, of course, is a judgment as regards an anime's value. To summarize, it's not the case that the popularity of an anime has no relation to its quality, but it also isn't the case that the popularity of an anime is the sole indicator of its quality. My name is Doofy, and until next time, peace and love.